Waking a sleepwalker. Waking a sleepwalker is not dangerous. It is much safer to gently guide them back to bed than to let them wander. Anti-humor. Anti-humor is a type of alternative humor that causes laughter due to the surprise generated by the lack of a punchline or joke at the end. A famous example of this is the Shaggy Dog story, which consists of telling an extremely long story without delivering a punchline at the end, leaving the audience confused at first. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is saying something but meaning the opposite in a witty way. It is usually used to express disdain, mockery, or criticism. Sarcasm is understood through the tone of voice and the context in which it is used, as focusing only on the actual words may not be sufficient to grasp the underlying irony. Sarcasm is mostly used in informal conversations. Slapstick, also called the physical comedy genre, is usually filled with physical violence, both real and simulated, in order to elicit laughter from the audience. This type of humor involves creating uncomfortable, painful, or humiliating situations for the participants. It is one of the few types of humor that can be fully perceived visually due to its physical nature. White humor. White humor is the most innocent type of humor, as it is free from offensive content and does not require mocking someone or using any form of humor that may hurt other people's feelings. It is mostly targeted towards kids and teenagers, as there are no insults or bad intentions involved. Dry humor. Dry humor is a type of inexpressive humor that involves saying something funny without using body language and delivering jokes in a straightforward style with a serious tone. Its best characteristics are the brevity, precision, and wit of the observations, which contrast with the feed and eat, or recall the comedian's lack of emotion. Black humor. Black humor is diving deep into inappropriate or sensitive topics such as death, disability, or violence with the goal of making you laugh at the audacity of it all. This type of comedy requires a sharp mind and a deep understanding of context, as it is very easy to cross the line into outright offensiveness. The beauty of black humor lies in its ability to soften heavy topics and take the edge off life's most difficult moments. Satire. Satire is the art of using humor and exaggeration to criticize and expose various situations, often focusing on contemporary politics to highlight social injustices through irony. This form of humor can stem from genuine disapproval on the comedian's part, or it might just be a playful way to poke fun at serious topics. Satire skillfully unveils the absurdity in societal issues, making us laugh while also prompting us to think critically about the world around us. Surreal humor. Surreal humor is defined by its embrace of the illogical and the incoherent, creating a unique comedic style that can be challenging to master. The comedian must strike a delicate balance between complete absurdity and the whimsical essence of surreal humor. This type of humor often defies conventional expectations, making us laugh through its sheer unpredictability and bizarre twists. Green humor. Green humor encompasses both implicit and explicit sexual jokes that are often vulgar and in bad taste, eliciting laughter through embarrassment. Naturally, the most explicit jokes are aimed at an adult audience. This type of humor is one of the most universal, as it transcends social classes and can be understood by almost everyone. Grotesque humor. Grotesque humor is a visual style of comedy primarily used in cartoons, where characters' features are distorted and exaggerated to appear ugly and horrifying. This type of humor elicits a mix of emotions, causing the audience to feel both disgusted and entertained simultaneously. Through its shocking visuals, grotesque humor creates a unique blend of revulsion and amusement. Reaffirming and autodestructive humor. Reaffirming and autodestructive humor are both forms of self-irony, but they serve different purposes. Reaffirming humor involves laughing at oneself in a healthy way, especially during tough times, to lighten the mood. In contrast, autodestructive humor is a form of self-deprecation or self-punishment, often indicating low self-esteem. Both styles reflect a different approach to self-directed comedy, with one promoting resilience and the other potentially highlighting inner struggles. Observational humor. Observational humor draws from the common aspects of everyday life, making it a popular style in stand-up comedy. The comedian points out something that is familiar to the audience, but not often discussed, often beginning with phrases like, "Have you ever noticed that?" This type of humor resonates with people by highlighting the relatable and often overlooked details of daily experiences. Insult comedy. Insult comedy revolves around offensive remarks, often targeting other performers or even the audience, especially hecklers. This style can be both improvised and structured, with comedians frequently hosting roasting sessions. Shout out to these incredible patrons who support my channel. Your names are on the list. Want to join them? Check out the link in the description.